Hello, stamping friends. This is Jenny, from Celebrate the Journey, and I'm joining you on a recording tonight because we are on a little trip visiting family, and I didn't want you to miss me on Wednesday night. So here it is Monday night, but I'm recording it for Wednesday night, so you'll be able to join in and enjoy making a card. So we're going to use circle sayings today, and we're going to make a flip card with it, and I'll show you that in a minute. But I wanted to talk about this set before we start the card. This set goes with a punch if you buy it in the bundle, and I had been holding off on it because the punch was not orderable for a while, and I don't know if it's back or not. I haven't really checked. But there's a couple other things. But you can also do this with this same card with your circle dies. So it works either way. But I wanted to talk to you about this set. I haven't shown this lately. This is a photopolymer set. And when I get a new photopolymer set and I pull that piece of acetate off, then I like to take an eraser. I call these pink pearls, whatever brand it could be, and just lightly rub the stamp set, the stamp images, because they still will have a little bit of manufacturing residue on them, and this will just help you get a much cleaner, crisper image. If you don't have a pink pearl, you can rub these on your blue jeans. It's just to get the little powdery residue off, and then you can, put it in your case if you like to do that, or you can leave it on the acetate, whichever makes you happy. That's just a little helpful hint. And if these get real dirty and inked up after a while, then go ahead and do it again. Or you can wash these in soapy water using Dawn or something like that, and then let them air dry, and they'll clean up nicely and they'll get their stickiness back. The other thing I wanted to talk about was this particular die, and probably the same with this one that says sending you, maybe not quite so much. If you try to take this and put it on your block, it might not be a circle. So the best thing to do is kind of just drop it and let it rest for a minute so it can kind of get back to its original shape that it's supposed to be. And then pick it up with your block. You have a better chance of it being the circle shape it's supposed to be instead of an oval or a wonky shape. So just kind of drop it on your desk and let it relax, and then pick it up. Okay, those are just some hints for when you're using a photopolymer stamp. So let me put this to the side because I don't need that block anymore. And I'll show you my sample card. This is using the cupcake and the word celebrate. And then here's my circle card. Now back 10, 12 years ago, we had a die that would cut this for you, but we don't have that anymore. So we have to make do with our own. So I'm going to show you how to do that with our cardstock and our dies. So I just have the 5.5 by 8.5, and it's scored at 4 1/4. But we're also going to score it again at 2 1/8. Now we'll take our bone folder, increase that, and then we'll do our fold back, increase that. So I just picked some of the Brights Designer Series paper, and I cut 2 pieces. One is 5.5 by 2 1/8, and it's going to go right there. Now you don't have to do this with Designer Series paper. You can just make the card with your cardstock and don't use the Designer Series paper, but I think the paper gives it a little more interest, so that's why I'm doing that. So I'm going to go ahead and adhere that to the front fold. We'll talk about the other piece in just a minute. You'll see why. And we'll try to line that up the best I can. There we go. Now this is going to be our inside piece, but we're not going to put that in just yet. So now we want to cut our fold piece, and so this is, we're going to use this scallop circle. You can use other shapes, you don't have to do circles, but since the circle sayings are circles, that's what we're going to do. And I'm just kind of eyeballing this equal here and kind of thinking that's the middle, close enough, and we'll put that down. Now I'm going to bring my machine up here so you can see how I'm going to cut this a little different than usual. Sorry, I have to use the big one because this won't fit through the mini cut and emboss. Let's see if I can back that up a little. Okay. Now we're going to put the card base in here. I think you can see this. But I'm not going to put the plate on all the way. I'm going to slide it up here so that it's only on the polka dotted part and it's lined up with the edge of my plate. As closely as I can get it. And now we'll run, boy, this is tricky on my little desk. We'll run this through. Okay, we got to get it started. So you're going to have to push, and we'll run that through. Now, it won't cut where there's no plate, so you can go ahead and run it all the way through. And then we'll pull it out. I think we did pretty good with that. Let's see. Looks like it. And now we have our fold, our fun fold. Now you might not want your card to have this kind of strange polka dot thing. So I just cut another piece, not 2 1/8, but right around 2, or maybe 2 1/16. Otherwise it will get clogged up in the fold of your card. Now, if that doesn't bother you, don't put a piece of paper there. It doesn't bother me, but I thought it might bother other people. And it does give it a more finished look. I will say that. More polished look. And we'll put that right up next to the edge of, the dots aren't going to match, but that's probably the least of our worries. And now we can go ahead and put our stripes in there. And that will be our inside for our card. So there's our fun flat fold. And now we need to do some decorating on it. So we're going to stamp this image that's like a sunshine looking over the ocean. We'll stamp that with Memento Black. I love the photopolymer because you can see if you've inked it up good. There we go. And then we're going to punch this out with our circle punch. The words will fit around this image if you wanted to stamp them there, but I'm not going to do that. I do need another piece of basic white for our second circle. I think that'll be big enough. So, but let's color first. So we're going to use this petal pink. You know, it has a little bit of, to me it has a little bit of orange or yellow in it, and so it's going to be our sun. Let's see if I want to use the light one. Yeah, I think so. And so we'll color our sun that color. I think the sun over the ocean can be just about any color you want it to be. And then we're going to color our waves with Balmy Blue. You know we're going to have to put some Wink of Stella on the ocean here. And I'm just lightly sketching because we're going to go back with the darker, and then we'll go back with the lighter. We're going to blend all those colors in. As the ocean has all different colors and shades of blues and greens, depending on which ocean you're in at the time. Now we'll darken that up a little bit, or the way the sun is shining on it. love that I don't have to worry about this being super colored. It's real sketchy. The edges are sketchy. Go outside the lines. We even have a few seagulls there. Now, instead of coloring the sky, we're going to use one of our mini blending brushes. We're going to add some lemon lolly. And since we don't have to worry about it being all in the lines, we're just kind of blend it in here. And we can get it on the sun, and it'll help bring the yellow out in the sun. I want it a little bit darker. Even come up here a little bit since I did over there. There we go. Now we'll put Wink of Stella here on the cloud, on the foam, definitely. And then we'll just splatter some all around the image. You just flick the tip. Don't do it too hard. You don't want to damage the tip of your Wink of Stella. Now there's some glittery sparkles all on there. I know you can't see them, but they're there. So now we're ready to put that on, but I want to put this on with dimensionals. So we're going to do the next step first, and that's our inside. We're going to stamp it. I guess we'll use the Memento Black. We're going to have it say, thinking of you today, and I layered those on my block together, so I don't have to worry about it doing it, stamping twice and having to line it up. Let's hope that works for us. And then we'll should still have room there to sign our name, write a message, a very short message, I suppose. And now we'll punch this out. I think I need to do it this way. So we'll line that up. And we have a nice little bit of room for signing. Now this is the trick, is getting this where you want it here and having it be in the right place. So this is what we're going to do. We're going to kind of guess where it should be, but that's not quite right. There. And we're going to use some repositionable tape, or removable. We're going to put that there. And I'm going to hold this so that I know this is the top. And I'm going to take that and put it right there. We'll use Tombow in case we need to gently move the sentiment. We'll have a little bit of time to rescue it. And then we're going to just lay that there. And, see, I got to move it a little bit, don't I? it's hard. I could wait and stamp it after I laid it in there, but I'm always afraid that I'm going to mess my Stampin' up. And we don't want that to happen, do we? So we rub that extra glue off. Now we know that's in the right place. And we can put that on with some dimensionals. You don't have to use dimensionals, but on this one, I thought I would. I'm going to put one there in the middle because that fold is there, and that'll help strengthen that little crease. This is a great little set. It's got some nice images that you can use for lots of different cards. So now we've got our fun little card. Now I know we need some bling, and I pulled this out because I used it on the other card, but that's not enough contrast, so I'm wondering if I should use the blue. I think it'll be fine because of the blue of the ocean. If I use the yellow, it's going to get lost. We'll use blue. And I think we can do it. I'm going to do some groups of 3 like I did on the other one. Little matchy-matchy here. And that's a pretty simple card, isn't it? I like it. So there's our thinking of you today. You could have put sending you a smile. You could have put anything you wanted on. How simple is that? So here's the thinking of you one. And then we have the birthday cake. Happy birthday. I like them both. So I hope you enjoyed this quick little lesson on how to make a flip card. And I will see you sometime next week. Thanks for watching tonight. Bye.